First off, salute to Joaquin Neiman for winning LIV Golf UK. The man is winning at a totally unbelievable clip. 5 wins in 11 events, which is disgusting.
Yeah.
Just to put that into context, that's 45% of the LIV Golf wins. In 2000, which is like the year that everyone talks about Tiger Woods having the most dominant season ever. In 2000, Tiger won 45% of his events. He won 9 out of 20. So that's how crazy dominant Joaquin Neiman is. He's not Tiger Woods, and that's where I want to start. He's not Tiger Woods because
please.
He can't win a major. I mean, he can't even sniff a major at this point. So I'm going to start with Cheech because his connection is much better here with a freshly shaven face, no cigar in his mouth, and in his office.
Yeah, this is weird.
It's so weird.
So weird.
Why can Waco play so well in the LIV Golf League against some pretty good players, obviously? Bryson, Rahm, Hatton, Brooks when he's playing well. I'd hate to mention Brooks in these things. Cam when he's playing well. Some other top guys. Why can he play so well in that field? But when he gets to the majors, he's just a non-factor.
I mean, it is golf. We all play golf, so we know that you could have good days and bad days. I think he just puts way too much pressure on himself in those situations to try to win. You know what I mean? Like how, when we're playing golf and we're trying to do something, like it's easy for us to get up there, but all right, I got to stick this shot and then hook it, slice it, come up short, chunk it. Like, I think he just tries way too hard to be too perfect in those situations, and it costs him. And then things just snowball on him. They just he makes a bad shot, then makes another bad shot, and then just drops. I mean, what he's doing in LIV, isn't he like winning every other tournament? It's something crazy like that.
And basically,
they win two. I mean, it's insane what he's doing on LIV, but I just think he puts way too much pressure on himself and tries to carry the whole league on his back in majors. And he doesn't have to do that.
I hear you there. I think there's another part that we're missing, and everyone forgets that he's only 26 years old. And so he's just entering the years where most people.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know, it's wild, right? He's 26 years old. He has 20 career victories already across the 4 different golf organizations that he's played for. So at 26, he has 20 career victories, obviously none in the majors. But he's 26 years old, and if you look at the graph of age and major champions, it really starts to go upward as you hit 25 and kind of peaks at 35 and kind of falls back off in your late 30s. So he's about to enter. He just entered a 15-year window. Jay, in the next 15 years, you draw up the terms. The next 15 years, maybe he'll be able to play in all 4 majors. I have no idea. We don't know anything about the OWGR. We'll get to that in a second because we did have our first batch of texts and calls to the show. Made a little Google phone number and sent it out to the internet, which is probably really stupid. But we got some OWGR texts, which of course I knew that was coming. But we'll answer 1 or 2 of those towards the end of the show. But anyway, the next 15 seasons, the prime of Joaquin Neiman's career, 60 majors. He's going to win 1, right?
If he doesn't, that will ruin his career. I promise you, because he is so unbelievably talented. You're right. He's at a peak age right now. You could say he's in the beginning part of that climb, but he's at his age right now where he should be dominant all across the board, not just in one league. You'll have people sit there and say, he's winning in LIV, so it doesn't even matter. He's not playing against the best people in the world. It's a stupid argument because you got people like Jon Rahm and Bryson DeChambeau who are competing in majors, and he's playing against them in the LIV events, and he's beating them, and he's washing the floor with their faces. So he's more than talented enough, whether it's what Cheech said or another reason. There is something holding him back in the majors, whether it's trying too hard or just not putting everything together or maybe not playing a course that fits his eye or whatever the case may be. I do think he'll hit a stride. He has to win. With his talent, he has to win 3 majors or it's an upset. Really.
Wow. I mean, 3. Let's start with 1. Let's start with 1 first.
I understand, right? You have to crawl before you can walk and walk before you can run. But at the same time, I think he's more than capable of winning 3. And I think anything under 3 is honestly, I don't think that's that's okay for him. I don't think that's up to par for him, for his talent.
Phil didn't win a major until he was 34. He's got 6. So there's plenty of, then there's plenty of other guys. I think Tom Watson didn't win until his like mid 30s, and he's got a whole bunch. And so there's plenty of
He has
guys.
8.
If you look back, he's got 8. Yeah. So there's plenty of guys who peaked a little later. I don't think that's the issue. I don't think his game needs anything
No.
changing. That's for certainly not the case. Heading into this week, just after he missed the cut in the Open, he parted ways with his caddy, so got a new caddy,
Saw that.
and got rid of his swing
Coach,
coach
right?
all at the same time. Yeah. And so it was really weird. Not weird, but like just kind of a thing that I caught randomly. I was at the gym this morning. I was watching on the,
How's Jim doing?
on my phone. Jim was great. I was watching it on my phone, and Jerry.
You look like you go to the gym.
Thanks. Jerry is talking about the, Waco is going to win a major someday. It's only a matter of time. And then I think it was Don Boulay was walking with his group, and Waco was talking to his new caddy, which was apparently one of his friends, in Spanish. And Don was like, "This sucks because all the times I follow Waco, I can't understand what he's saying to his caddy. He had this, he was speaking English to his caddy, so now he's speaking in his native language. I don't know if that will help. I mean, sometimes it's the craziest little things, right? That like change your entire outlook on the day or the course or whatever. Like, I know I've only caddied one time in my life, so I'm not going to say I know what the caddy thing is, but like,
You did a hell of a job.
Thanks. Sometimes, it's just like that one little thing where it's like you need somebody to say the right thing to you, and maybe in the right language.
Is Mito Pereira going to be his new caddy?
Do we do we know anything about this caddy? Like, was he a caddy before? Is he just one of his friends? Because
the only thing I've
it could
seen
make a difference because
the only thing I've seen is that
because you could get a cat. I mean, you can have a. Okay,
Uh-oh.
so I mean, if the guy's got really no caddy experience, I mean, it could be a situation where Waco's caddy was trying to tell him, "Oh, hit this shot," and he doesn't feel comfortable hitting that shot. Like, where he could tell this new caddy, "Shut the fuck up! I want to hit an 8-iron. I'm gonna hit a fucking 8-iron. Like, I'm not." I don't need to listen to you. Who the hell are you to tell me? You know what I mean? Where like some of these guys, like their caddy would talk him out of a club and hit a shot. Like we all know that happens. We hear that. So maybe that was getting to me. That's the new situation now that he's like, no, I'm just gonna go with my gut and hit what I want. Not gonna like, all right, this guy's trying to tell me to do this.
Yeah, maybe he feels more comfortable like when you're playing with your friends,
Exactly. And maybe that's the thing that will like set him up for he's now putting it now it's on him, right? It's not there's no two-way conversation here. Now it's a one-way conversation, and his confidence can just continue to build, and he doesn't have to who knows what their relationship was, but you hear like
was there known issues with his caddy?
No. And
Or
his,
he just
and his
wanted to go
old caddy
different-
was a longtime pro, carried a bunch of really good players' bags, like a really good caddy. Not nothing, and they had no issues or anything like that. But you see, like like Jordan Spieth with his caddy, or Hatton with their caddy. Like you have to have the right relationship. Those guys their caddies are used to just taking the punches or giving it right back, or however that dynamic works, right? And sometimes just you need to have we talk about professional golfers as like they're own individuals, but really there is a team aspect to it with their caddy, no matter who you are. Tiger Woods with his caddies, all the way down to the worst golfer in the league,
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Kim with his caddy. Like it's where you need something from your caddy at some point during the day, even if it's just Lee Westwood's wife calming him down when he's playing well at the Open or whatever. So you need something from your caddy.
We've all heard the stories how when Phil had Bones, that Phil allowed Bones one rebuttal a year where he was able to tell him, no, you can't hit that shot, dude. Like, and he only literally
That's
gave him
funny.
one a year, and he always tells a funny story how Phil's like, don't waste it. Like Phil would tell him, like, don't waste it. You know what I mean? And Phil would do Phil things.
And right, and Waco, the years he spent with this caddy, he was 21, 22, 23, just breaking into the PGA Tour, just getting his first couple wins. So, how is this the right way to say it? You become more of a man when you reach your later into your 20s. Some of us takes a little longer. We wait till we're into our 40s to become men, like myself. But, like when as a professional, it does take some time to find your own kind of path. And so maybe he's just hitting that point, and we can start counting down the days till he wins the Masters next year. Like that'd be awesome. It just turned all around in one kind of move like this. But anyway, he is just absolutely dominating the league. has almost locked up the individual championship for the year already. I think Rom can't finish worse than second here on out. Otherwise, Waco wins without any points. It's not something wild.
It's Waco, Rom,
something.
DeChambeau, right? But DeChambeau's
Yeah, the
like
only
so
three.
far back that he can't win.
They're the only three.
Yeah.
Bryson has to win both events, and Waco would have to get basically 0 points in the last two events. He's had some 0-point events, so let's not think it's totally out of the question.
Impossible.
But it's pretty much
mathematically
still alive.
But
realistically, he's going to win the individual championship for sure.
People outside of the top 24 are not safe, right? Unless you're a captain. Or how does that work?
That's gone too. No, that's
gone. Oh, the captain's gone too. So like Poulter and those guys
So currently, the way it's been said for the last however many weeks, the lock zone is the lock zone. So if you're in the top 24, you are back next year. That next group of 24, those guys can be offered a contract by their team. So you're not safe, but you're not relevant.
So they could be like, we'd rather have somebody else.
So like if Andy Ogletree finishes 46th and Phil decides to move on from Ogletree or whatnot.
Right, that's his opening to do so.
Yeah, that's his chance to do so. And that's why they call it the open zone. So that area right there.
Phil can't be in the top 24.
Phil's not well, he was closing out. I'm glad you brought this up.
I think he is.
So like how would captains work?
Right. And so currently they are saying that all players are eligible for relegation. At Phil's 20th, by the way. So he's not he is inside the lock zone. Yeah. Okay. He's not in the open zone. Yeah. But we do have, captains in the open zone are certain to get an offer from their team because they are the ones, not necessarily making the offer, but they work with the GM. So like Louis 28th, Brooks is 29th, Keimer's 35th, Kevin Na's 44th. So he's getting down there because once you get outside the 48 spot, and Poulter is in the relegation zone 51st. So we're kind of we're holding our breath though, right? Because Bubba hit that zone heading into this season. He was in the relegation zone, and they said no captains. They said no captains. But now they're saying everyone is on the chopping block this year. Well, I'll believe it when I see it. I don't know if I want that, but
so what if for Poulter example, right? Outside of that relegation, now he's outside of 48, so they can still offer him a position even though no. So now how does he? So what happens to him?
Right, the only way back in is to play in the promotions event.
Okay,
and win it.
Play it.
Now
or this year in the international series, the top player will get an automatic bid.
Okay, so now Majestics lose Ian Poulter. He's no longer the captain. 3 of the guys make it. Who becomes captain? How do they figure that out? And secondly, how do they get another guy? Do they pick from the people? They can pick from the people under the 48, outside of the 48, if it's a totally different person, or they can't take any of them.
But weren't they fucked up in that? No, go ahead, Aaron. Go ahead. No,
I'm saying anyone 49th or worse. Anyone 49th or worse is out. They're out. All those players are out. They can't get offered a contract by any team, not just their own team. So they're out of the league. They can only play their way back in. They can only play their way back in. 25 through 48. That's like the open zone. So your team has the ability to offer you a contract, but also, a trade could happen or somebody could, offer you.
Right. If the same team doesn't pick up the same player, somebody else can if long as you're in that 48.
Correct. Yeah.
Now, how many teams, I don't know if you've done this research yet, how many teams have all 4 guys in the top 25, 24, whatever it is? Anybody?
Yeah, I'm sure Legion is pretty close. It would be with, nope, they've got
4 aces.
What about McKibben?
No, McKibben's there, and even with Surratt.
Crushers have to, no?
Crushers are...
Paul Casey's got to be close. Anabon's definitely got to be in there.
Yeah. So, Howell, 22, Lahiri, 21, Casey, 18, and DeChambeau, 3. So, Crushers would be the team that have all 4 in the lock. But, again, you don't have to be all in the lock zone, right? You just have to be in the 48.
Right.
The only ones
below, have a scumbag captain who just says, I don't want you anymore.
So, if we want to look towards relegation, we can just take a quick peek. We'll get into this before the Indy event. But Frederick Jetrup, the kid that the Clique signed, he hasn't gotten a single point this year. So he is last. Mito Pereira, he's only finished inside the points one time. And so that's Torquay.
That's shame, man. That guy was playing good golf before.
The dude for the Ironheads that they signed this year, He's only gotten 1. And then Poulter, who's kind of like right on the line here with 4.5 points with the Majestics. And right now the current line is basically 5 points. It's where Andy Ogletree just got himself out with a T18 this week. So he got himself out of the relegation zone.
So realistically, the guys leave the PGA Tour. They come to play for LIV. They're outside of the 48. They don't get a contract. Are they done with golf?
No. Are they done with PGA?
Are they play other tours?
Yeah, they're going to have to play the
Tour.
Asian Tour. Yeah, they have to play the Asian Tour and the International
Tour.
Series. You know what I mean? They're going to have to do that at least for a year. DP World Tour, pay their fines and go back there and play there. That's out.
That's rough.
It sucks. That's a good point you're making because let's say, I don't know, let's say Luke Clanton. He's not going to be a LIV golfer. He's already turned down a contract. But let's say Luke Clanton decides he wants to really play with Brooks and Brooks wants to offer him a contract on Smash. Now, Luke Clanton comes into the league in 2026. What happens if he finishes in the relegation zone in 2026?
What a career.
His career's over.
Yeah.
You know, his career's over.
It just forces you to
got
play
rid of his
good
PGA
golf.
Tour card.
Be relevant.
Yeah, it really does. The stakes are incredibly high. Like,
speaking of relevant,
wildly high.
Did you all watch Happy Gilmore?
We did.
No.
I did.
You didn't?
Don't ruin it.
It's
Ruin
been
it.
out
I'm not
for
going to ruin it,
days.
but
I've
how
watched it.
tough was it? How tough was it to see? I don't want to ruin it, but it's not going to. But Brooks in
It's
there.
not. I know.
mean, they could have picked anybody else
What a
for that
stooge.
4th spot. I love Brooks to death, but that was
Famous
like
face. Famous face.
Man, but they were talking like the best 4 golfers.
I know.
Maxi League.
The Maxi League.
Holy
Amazing.
shit.
Amazing.
That was funny. All right, anyway, yeah. So that was tough watch.
Well, we
Poor
have
Brooks,
to get
man.
Cheech to watch Happy Gilmore so we can do at least a little bit of talk about the Maxi League and Scheffler getting disqualified
I'll watch it
and
this
all
week.
that. Like,
You got to watch it, man.
I'll say this. This is not ruining it in any way.
I did see the Scheffler stuff.
What, are all your kids
Scheffler-
still awake right now? Like, what do you have to do? You can't watch it?
He's got to get up, go to work at 3 o'clock in the morning.
No, we got an outing tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Now
I got
tomorrow.
we got a tournament to win tomorrow.
Shout out Golficity, man. Those guys. They put on a tournament tomorrow at the Resorts World.
Yeah.
Monticello,
Shout out
Rome.
Golficity and let them know that you guys are on a golf podcast.
Yeah. We'll bring some cards.
We got a lot of stuff. We got a lot of stuff to talk to them about.
Hopefully the Country Club adjacent guys are there. We'll meet up with them.
I'll send you. Tell Mark I said hello. I'll send you the picture of me and him.
Do you know what their
drunk at,
names are?
Bedminster.
Yeah, if you know what their names are, you have the T sheet to see who.
I know. I gotta
everyone's
look. I
names.
gotta see what
Jake,
guys are in there.
Jake, Mark.
Yeah, Jake. That's the guy who's
Yeah, I can't think of the other guy's name, but anyway, I forgot what I was gonna say now. Oh, not a spoiler for Happy Gilmore, but my 2 favorite golfer cameos. Well, Willie Z was amazing. Will Zalatoris
God.
was dope. He's not even a golfer. I mean, he's an actor.
Yeah,
Like, he's an actor.
He's
Yeah,
such
that
a
dude
golfer.
is so good.
that was amazing. And you like Xander.
And Xander was bomb. I mean, he was
Yeah.
so funny, dude. He made me laugh. I almost pissed my pants.
That was the funniest part
Like,
of the movie.
I was not expecting that from Xander. Seeing him in that room and doing that.
That makes you
that
like
was-
him so much more.
Dude, it makes me like him so much. And I'll say this, and I don't love him, but Scotty Scheffler is a natural.
What
an
a
absolute
great actor.
Natural actor. 100% natural actor. Like, and now
Like we're
telling you
not
right now.
saying that to be fun. Like he was a really good actor.
No, he was like actually a super good actor. He was doing like the things he did.
Scene. I'm not even gonna get it.
The things he did, he must have had to go to church and bathe in his in his baptism water or whatever.
100%.
Because no, Cheech, I can't wait till you see this. It's not. It's he took on a character that you would not believe that Scotty Scheffler would do.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable.
I saw some of the stuff from it, and Webb kind of ruined it for me. Jay told me a little bit about it, so I saw clips of what Scheffler did.
I
Well,
mean,
you deserve
it's not
it. It's
like
been out for a
Scheffler
few
did.
days and you haven't watched it.
yeah, you got to watch it.
The whole world already saw it.
It's not like there's a who's gonna win. Like, oh my god, I can't believe Happy Gilmore won in the end. Like, I mean, what the fuck? You're not 8.
I know,
Dude,
it's just,
Eminem.
Eminem,
How-
great cameos, just super cool cameos. I mean, the plot is so fucking stupid and
It is
goofy.
but that's
it's goofy.
But so is
but
the
it's
first
fine.
movie. Like that's
Yeah,
just
so
what
is the
it's
first
all
movie.
about.
that's Adam. That's Sam.
That's Sandler.
So
Sandler
many
break
people
50.
in the movie though.
By the way,
I'll
Sandler
get on
break
it.
50 and with Bryson was amazing. And if you have not watched that yet, Jay, you need to watch that. The Sandler. Bryson
I
break
started
50.
watching it. I
So
started
good.
watching it, and then I didn't. I got through one hole.
Again, not gonna ruin it.
No.
No. Listen to me. At one point during the match, Adam Sandler hits one of the greatest golf shots you'll ever see that he didn't see and Bryson didn't see. He nearly had an albatross, and when that happens, you're gonna be like, "Holy!" It was wild.
No, I don't want to
Nearly
watch.
had an albatross. No one saw it. No one saw it. I mean, they saw it. The guy in the green saw it nearly going, but they couldn't see the cup from where they were. And Sandler almost had an albatross. It was.
I'll watch that tonight.
Yeah, it was a great watch. Damn, we didn't
Cool.
we talked too long about Waco relegation and all that shit. I was gonna ask you about Bethpage, but we'll wait. We'll get Austin on and go over the Bethpage thing. So, but yeah, good luck tomorrow. Shout out Golficity. Shout out Resorts World. I don't know who else to shout out, but anybody, Country Club adjacent, friends of the show. Congratulations to the greatest guest who never came on our show. Padraig Harrington won the senior British Open today.
Patty, that's awesome. It was great having you, man.
Yeah,
Really
man, thanks
great
for coming
having
on.
you.
I appreciate you, dude.
One of our
It was
best
awesome
guests.
to have you.
One of the greatest guests of all time. Quiet guy,
Yeah, real transparent.
man. All right, that's all I got. Let's get the fuck out of here.